Boston Trucker here. Welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoy it. Good morning, trucking family. How's everybody doing today? If you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm the Boston Trucker, the OG Boston Trucker. We're gonna dump out this load of mix here. Mixed excavation. It's a hodgepodge of materials. Kind of looks like this. It's a balmy 28 degrees. Love it. Time of year when the ground starts to freeze. Busy right now. All that gravel. I'm way out today. Just loaded myself on the back of the pile over here. Rocks and boulders everywhere. You gotta have eyes in a million places. You don't run over that stuff. Ruben! What's up, my friend? You what? Like landmines around here. Let's head out with load number 5. Boston Trucker style. Remember when I used to say that? 10 years ago on YouTube, I used to always go, Boston Trucker style. And then I would say, I have no idea what that means. I could have been on a shirt. The sun's shining. It's cloudy all the way out here. Came from that direction. Heading this direction. Into here. Gonna dump out number 5. Tomorrow, weather should be good till about 1 o'clock. Then it's gonna check the cinder blocks, make sure there's no money in there. That's where the mafia hides their goods. I told you that story, right? Well, it wasn't the mafia. Well, it could have been. I'll tell that story again another time. But yeah, we're gonna get heavy rain tomorrow, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Then it's gonna end around 5 o'clock. Just enough to get the truck filthy. So tomorrow night, I'll be washing. And heavy winds too. I'll be washing like this. Wind. Just checking the cinder block over here. I'm serious. I always check. That looks clean. That one's clean. That was a true story. The time we found money hidden in the basement between cinder blocks. Lots of money, old money from the 19-teens and 20s on a job site. Good day today. Did 5 loads out, 4 loads back. How long did we work today? Just under 11 hours. I drove 300 miles. Easy peasy. A lot of traffic though. A lot of traffic. I was trying to count how many times I've been cut off today. I should really get a dash cam. I'll just put my video camera on the dashboard all day. Just countless numbers of times how many people just whipped in front of me. I had one guy who was on a back road. I wish I had this on video. Back road, I made a right turn. After I made the right turn, he came around me on a double line with traffic coming towards me, whipped in front of me, and half a mile down the road there was a school bus with a big line of traffic. I wanted to get out of the truck, and I was behind that person for 10 minutes. I wanted to get out of the truck and just give them a big thumbs up. Or ask them, do you feel good about that? You're really proud of yourself? Took every ounce of my professionalism not to do that, and I had plenty of opportunity just to get out of the truck, set the brakes, and say something. I didn't. but I wanted to. I wish I had that on camera though, that would have been fun. Oh, we're heading out. 5:30 a.m. Should start out dry, end up in torrential downpours and heavy winds. Just dumped out a load of mix. Getting a load of gravel while it's dry. Heavy rains coming in after lunch today. Heavy rains, heavy winds, 50, 60 mile an hour winds. I know I talk a lot about the weather. Maybe that's not interesting to some people, I don't know. Weather's a big deal in trucking. I mean, if you're not a trucker, it's a big deal. I mean, growing up, when my dad is a trucker, Weather Channel was always on. I mean, that was like HBO to us. Dad was always watching the weather. Even when he wasn't heading back out, I didn't know what the weather was doing in all of the country. So when I drove over the road, I mean, we didn't have weather apps. How did we know what the weather was? Either you watch the weather at the truck stop in the morning, saw the forecast, or when you went down the highway. Truckers are kind of like weathermen. You watch the clouds, you can see the rain, you know, 50 miles out. CB radio, how's the weather behind you? What's going on? A chain law is in effect. How the roads looking? Are they greasy, shiny, wet? So weather's a big deal. So this load of gravel, gonna put her in the wind. Gonna knock out 5 loads today. Rain's supposed to end tonight around 10 o'clock. Below freezing in the morning, but dry. I'll probably be washing the end of the day in the 60 mile an hour winds, knowing me. Either that or early tomorrow morning when it's dry, but below freezing. And it's still gonna be very windy tomorrow morning, so. It's when you cuckoo, you gotta, that's how you think. You got dry weather tomorrow. I gotta get clean no matter what, at all costs. Dumped out my gravel. Look at this big pile of unscreened loam. You might call it topsoil where you're from. Never gets old. The trucks were lined up around the block. We are busy. I'm gonna guess we're this busy this early in the morning because of the rain that's coming, but you never know. Header on back empty. Doesn't even look that dirty, really. But I know better. You go back, the truck dries overnight, big film all over it. It's called slacker film. I just made that up. We just preloaded. I'm gonna pull her around and wash her. Got about 60-mile-an-hour winds out here. It's crazy. It's like gusts. Comes and it goes. Well, I got it washed up. You remember how like a month ago I discovered there's lights in the backyard where I usually wash in the summertime? Well, I just finished washing. My boss came in and turned on these lights. It's like, you know, there's lights out front. It makes it like daylight. I'm like, now you tell me. I just washed in the dark. And it's still raining. That's good. I got a good rinse overnight. Beautiful. Now I can sleep tonight. I hope the roads are dry tomorrow morning. Out load number 1. And I talked about the weather yesterday. I study it like the Bible. Paid off. Even the pit is dry. It was so windy last night. Just dried everything up. I like to play the odds. Odds are in my favor last night. Guarantee I'd be clean today. Look at that. Those are the kind of things that make me feel good. It's the little things. You know, my kids, my wife, my job, and having a clean truck. Can somebody reach up and dim that light? Who's gonna be a jerk today? There's one right there. Can't wait his turn. Everybody lets one person in and keep moving. Oh, look at me being nice. 2 people, and this guy's like, ah, I gotta cut you off. It's all about me. And we arrived at the gravel pit with load number 2. We got a load of unscreened loom. We're gonna dump it right here. Look, the frozen ground. Look at that crunchiness. Let's dump her out. Oh, you might call it topsoil where you're from. And we're gonna load up a load of processed gravel going back. arch enemy, the sweeper. That's why I park right on the line. I already cleaned from over there. Park right on the line while I get loaded. He knows to stop. He ain't coming any closer. That's the man right there, Frenchie. Good dude. Ran out of my time to shine. I got this Zephyr Pro 40. Works really good. Doing a quick hand job here. We got the polish on the tanks. That's the first thing we do. Dries real quick. Second step. How are we gonna take the polish off? Here we go, I'm gonna get my cornstarch out. That's cornstarch. S-T-A-R-C-H. Gonna get my clean microfiber, right? What I like to do is I open the cornstarch, right? Like this. I like to dump some out on the tanks. Like this, see? A little sprinkle here and there, you know, a little sprinkle. Get the party started. Right? Like that. Take my clean microfiber like this, doing this one-handed. These aren't the best microfibers, it's all I can find right now. I like the thicker ones, right? Like this, and I kind of go like that. Make like a little cake with it, right? And I throw it on the tank like that. And I go like this, up and down, up and down, up and down. See that? See how nice that looks now? This is called a hack polishing job. But you know what? When you see me coming across the highway tomorrow, you'll be like, whoa, not bad for a hack. Morning, it's Friday. 25 degrees out. It's chilly. Let's see if we can get this thing started. Had it plugged in overnight, shouldn't be a problem. Beautiful. Except for that one morning, she's been starting great. It is 5:45 a.m. Gonna haul this load of mix out and see what today brings. Let's go. How about yourself, man? I was looking over your shoulder. Come on. I did that because I knew nobody would answer. Nobody has CBs on anymore. It's crazy. You got a copy of myself, man? Come on. Like, what? What's he talking about? Oh, it sucks. I was reading the mailbag before I took off with this load. Glinda Bevan wrote on my last video where I had trouble starting the truck one morning. She said, I believe you need a block heater to help ease starting in the morning. And she's correct, and I do have a block heater. Just hadn't started using it yet, but ever since then I've been plugging in every night when it's really cold. It's reminded me of my childhood. I feel like my entire childhood was full of plugging in Dad's truck and going outside and starting it once in a while, which to me was heaven. You know, not only was I cleaning the truck every time he came back and packing the truck, plugging it in, starting it, running the extension cord from the house out to the street. I feel like my life was consumed with that. You know, he was pretty lucky. You know, he had somebody cleaning his truck every time he came home. That's a nice service. for free. I mean, not for free. I mean, I got to live there, but you know, first thing you do is sweep out the floor, just like I do now, with a whisk brush. You know. And he was a big cigar smoker, Garcia Vegas Gallants. And he'd leave the house with like a dozen packs of cigars. Sweep out all the ashes off the floor, clean the dashboard, clean the windows, pack the truck, pack the menus, kneeling on the doghouse, reaching over, packing, you know, putting out the mattress and the sheet and the pillows and putting everything where it goes. Yeah, that was my childhood. Putting on those Shell Rotella cassettes while I cleaned. It was awesome. My dad always had Alabama cassettes, Dolly Parton. I can't remember the name of that singer, the one that sang El Paso City. El Paso City. No, I'll probably get a copyright strike. What's that guy's name? Oh, blonde moment here. I know it too. And yeah, so thanks Glenda for the comment. It reminded me of blocking. I was also listening to my new favorite podcast, which I mentioned last time, Steady at the Wheel, by the Allen brothers, Jackson and Luke. Great episode this week. If you're not listening to it, you're missing out. Talking about running the snow in the mountains of Montana in an 18-wheeler and getting stuck and spinning out, and the do's and don'ts of bull hauling and going to sleep and then oversleeping, and man, talking about CB radios. And he made a point that I didn't realize, that, you know, besides that a lot of people aren't using CB radios anymore, I guess I didn't realize that freight companies, like the big box companies, they're not even buying CB radios for their trucks. There used to be a CB radio came with your truck. They're not even buying them. The drivers have to buy them on their own, and most of them probably don't. So I thought that was an interesting point. Jackson also talked about his CB voice. He's got a pretty good CB voice, which made me think about, I do the same thing. When I get on the radio, I think I try to make my voice sound a little more masculine, a little deeper. I'm like, get on the radio and I go, Breaker 19, you got the Boston trucker here. Anybody got a copy on me? Come on. I went up to channel 20 to do that. You gotta leave the airways clear on 19 for emergencies. Hey, how about you there, northbound? How's that cross Bronx looking? Come on. Oh yeah, 10-4. Hey, eastbound. We got any chains up on Donna there? What's Truckee doing? Come on. Yeah, you gotta change the voice a little bit, I guess. I think I always did that. My dad laughs now. He goes, you know, when you were a kid, I couldn't get you to talk on a CB radio. You know, and now you don't shut up. Yeah, I was shy back then. I'm still shy. But, yeah, a lot of good memories. A lot of good memories growing up trucking. And that's why I'm trucking. For the memories, the heritage. Keep it moving on. Alright, we're back behind the wall. We're catching up. Looks like we won't be working Saturday at this rate. To some of us, that's a good thing. diner on Route 20 in Waltham. Lately, it was in the spectacular series about Julia Childs, who is from Boston. Now you know the rest of the story. Just dump load number 5. It's only 2:30. Bring back a load of gravel, fuel her up. Might have time and grease the trailer, maybe the tractor too. See what happens when I get back. Should be back before it gets dark for a change this week, which is nice. It's like a 2-hour round trip, a little less depending on traffic and if we're empty or loaded. 5 trips a day, it's 10 hours, 10 and a half hours. Easy. Easy, easy. Over there is going to wait for me. Waves to me every time I come by. Good guy. That's the guy when I was plowing snow last winter and I broke my GoPro in front of his house. Doing something similar like this. I had my GoPro on the windowsill and I rolled it down, forgetting that the GoPro was there to say hello to the guy. The camera crashed to the ground. Right now I got a little bit of a different setup. I gotta go there. Whoa. Move. It back. Still daylight out. We're gonna dump our load of gravel. We're gonna park the truck. And we're gonna enjoy the weekend. I gotta start editing this video though. It takes many hours to edit one video. FYI. I like it though. I love it. I like making the videos. I like So my truck stays clean all day too. All right, got it parked. I'm going to let it idle down already. Already swept out the floor. I'm going to clean the floor. Then I'll be done. What do we got here? I got some Chemical Guys Total Interior Cleaner. Don't ask me where I got it. I don't even know. That's all I got for interior cleaner. I'm almost out. Gotta get me some of that Chemex stuff. Alright. Let's clean this floor up a little. Don't look. It's messy. I like to use a rag that's already been used a few times for cleaning the floor, because this one will get thrown away. Always go home with the floor clean, especially if it's going to be sitting for the weekend. All right, got enough of that stuff on there. This is not going to make the video. There's no way I would put this in here. Uh-oh, Teddy's truck's in the shop. What'd you break now?
I picked up a piece of steel over in the yard over in Littleton.
Why?
So they
Why
had
would you do that?
Huh?
Why would you do that?
Because they were digging all that shit.
Hey, you know Anthony's truck is behind you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. He knew. Of course he knew. I put my rain caps on. It's gonna rain all day Saturday. I'll tell you a secret about editing videos. I've already filmed the part where I say goodbye, but I'm gonna put this part in front of that part, so it looks like I planned to put the rain caps on, the little bit with Teddy there, and then I said goodbye. It's called editing. And Jose over here waited to sweep because he thought I left. And he wanted to break my heart and get the dust on my truck. So he was waiting over there, right? So he was waiting and waiting and waiting. Then I left. As soon as I left, he started sweeping, which is what he's supposed to be doing, but he didn't want to see the look of my face as the dust came my way. All right, it's been a great week. Thank everybody for watching. I did about 60 hours this week. Nah, maybe a little less, 55, 56 hours. This week's video was shot with my new GoPro 360 Max, which I have not mastered yet. But let me know how you like this video. What else you wanted me to see? I bought this camera so when I'm plowing in my snowplow, which is over there, it's gonna be pretty cool. My videos are gonna be enhanced. All right, Boston Trucker, peace and grease. Hit that subscribe, like, and share. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate all of you. Have a great weekend.